everyone, welcome this evening. We are going to be announcing the winners of the February PleinAir Salon Art Competition that was judged by our February judge, master artist Jill Carver. Before we get into the awards tonight, though, I do like to give a little explanation of what the PleinAir Salon is in case we have anyone new watching. So for those of you who don't know what the PleinAir Salon is, it is an online art competition. It takes place every month. There is no exhibition, there's no shipping, it's strictly online. And it is every month. We have cash prizes every month, and we have new judges every month, which is great. We have 19 categories to choose from, and not everything is a plein air category. So I know that can be a little confusing since we are the PleinAir Salon, but we are the PleinAir Salon because we were created by PleinAir magazine. And the magazine, if you flip through those pages, you'll see articles on artists who paint in plein air, who paint in the studio, they do still life, they do drawing. So there's a variety of options for you in the PleinAir Salon. Like I said, we have different judges every month. We include top artists, gallery owners, museum curators, and directors. So there's always a variety of people that we have judging these competitions. Like I said, we have a monthly competition that we give away cash prizes for. So we have 22 winners every month, and that equals 264 winners every year, which is a total of $25,800 in monthly cash prizes, which is really awesome. And then all of our monthly winners actually go on to be included in the annual competition where we award $25,000 in all cash for our annual winners. And the grand prize winner receives a $15,000 cash prize and the cover of PleinAir magazine. So in total, each year we are awarding $50,000 in all cash prizes. This is our latest winner, Camille Priswatic. She won last year. And then this is Kimball Geisler. He won the year before. So it's such an exciting feeling, not only for me, because I get to, announce those names, which is such a cool experience to announce those names on stage, but then to be able to hand this check to someone who was not expecting it and is just blown away by receiving $15,000 because that's a big chunk of money. We've had artists who have bought, vehicles so that they could go plein air painting more often. We've had some who have used that money to build their studios. So there's a lot that you can do, and we love awarding our winners with cash prizes. It's a great way for you guys to get something, and then we love recognizing artists as well. You guys put in a lot of hard work into your paintings. And so we want to make sure you guys are getting recognition in the magazines, on the websites, on our social. We love artists, and we want to make sure that you guys are feeling that love too. So let's get to our awards. So we've got two types of awards. We have an honorable mention for each of our categories, and then we have a category winner for each of our categories. So we are going to start with our honorable mention awards. These artists each receive a $100 PaintTube TV discount. They get a showcase in the digital edition of PleinAir magazine, and they are included in the awards galleries on fineartconnoisseur.com, our website for art collectors, outdoorpainter.com, and pleinairsalon.com. And like I said, we also give you guys exposure through newsletters and our social platforms. So with that, our first award is for Animals and Birds Honorable Mention. And this goes to Chris Bell for Grazing by the Sea. Artist over 65 honorable mention goes to J.M. Broderick for Floating on the Horizon. Artist under 40 honorable mention goes to Misha Grishuhin for Evening Trail. Building honorable mention goes to Lori Keith Robinson for Stop By Later Gator. Clouds and Sky honorable mention goes to Christine Code of Canada for Sweeping Prairie. Drawing honorable mention goes to Wendy's Lamel for Adventure Awaits. Figure and Portrait honorable mention goes to Ludmila Tomova Clark for The Ink Maker. Floral honorable mention goes to Jackie Jones for Cascading Blossoms. Landscape honorable mention goes to Aaron Schur for The Spanish Peaks. Nocturne honorable mention goes to Jane Hunt for Ablaze. Plein air acrylic and gouache honorable mention goes to Andrew Judd of Canada for A Garden in Willingshausen, Germany. Plein air landscape honorable mention goes to Nick Fisher for Winter's Edge. Plein air oil honorable mention goes to Vera Ustianska for The Silver Day. Plein Air Pastel honorable mention goes to Lisa Skelly for Morning Reflection. Plein Air Watercolor honorable mention goes to Carolyn Lord for Coastline Vista. Still Life honorable mention goes to Charles Newman, Off the Beaten Path. Vehicle honorable mention goes to Mark Daly for Sun-Kissed Sails. Water honorable mention goes to Carl Terry of the United Kingdom for Cornish Cliffs, Porthcothan. And finally, our Western honorable mention goes to Seth Tummins for Dear Thermopolis. Congratulations to all of our honorable mention recipients this evening. And next is our category awards. These artists receive a $50 cash prize, a showcase in Plein Air magazine. They're included in the awards galleries on fineartconnoisseur.com, outdoorpainter.com, and pleinairsalon.com. They are eligible for editorial coverage in our e-newsletters, and they also get exposure through our various social media platforms. And as I mentioned earlier, they are entered into our annual competition, which actually will be coming up soon. Our first one is Best Animals and Birds, and this goes to Diane Frassard for The Broodmares. Best Artist over 65 goes to Lon Brower for Lloyd's Last Ride. Best Artist under 40 goes to Quan Ting Kuo of Taiwan for Sunlit Coop. Best Building goes to Stephanie Hartshorn for Motherlode. Best Clouds and Sky goes to Paula Holtzclaw for Passages. Best Drawing goes to Ned Mueller for Plein Air Painters. Best Figure and Portrait goes to Fabio Cuffari of Italy for Lumi. Best Floral goes to Carolyn Lord for Sonoma Plaza Rose Garden. Best Landscape goes to Deborah Tilby of Canada for Winter Trees. Best Nocturne goes to Mark Fellman for Lunar Laguna. Best Plein Air Acrylic and Gouache goes to Steve Browning of Ireland for Howth Cliff Walk. Best Plein Air Landscape goes to Carol Gray Wyman for Before the Storm. Best Plein Air Oil goes to Ned Mueller for Valentina. Best Plein Air Pastel goes to Aaron Scher for First Snow. Best Plein Air Watercolor goes to Carolyn Lord, New Year Narcissus. Best Still Life goes to Deborah Chabrian for Desk at Forbes Trinchera Ranch. Best Vehicle goes to Michael Reardon for My Trusty Steed. Best Water goes to Rose Ireland for Mendocino Sundance. And finally, Best Western goes to Ned Mueller for Waterboy Mexico. Congratulations to all of our honorable mention and category winners. You'll be able to see them in the upcoming issue of Plein Air magazine. Before we get to the overall awards, I want to give a little bit of background on judging for our competition because we often get asked for feedback. The reason we don't offer feedback on each of our awards is that our judges are actually looking at every single painting that is entered. And for the month of February, I think that was 900. So we get a lot of entries, and it's just not feasible for the judges to give feedback on every single one. And we also use a blind judging system. So what that means is the judges only see the information we give them, which is the painting, the title of the painting, and then the medium and the dimensions. They don't see any of the artist information. So that's why it's a blind judging system. We try to keep everything fair. So that's how we judge the competition. And now we will get to the overall awards, which are first, second, and third. And the first one is going to be our third place award. This artist receives a $200 cash prize, and the artist is Nancy Mertz. Congratulations, Nancy. Waterbird Vista Martinez for third place. I do also ask our judges why they selected those paintings. And so, Nancy, this is what Jill had to say about your painting. Here, an industrial subject is filtered through the acute observation of shape, rhythm, and color. Shapes are repeated, though never replicated. They lead us on a joyful path through and around. Even the angled shape in the top right of the sky is thoughtfully mirrored bottom left in the still water. The color choices are bold but also harmonious, and the transparency of the paint layers invites us to admire process too, which adds a further dimension for the viewer. And what is revealed there is excellent draftsmanship, confident color mixing, and engaging brushwork, an exciting piece. Congratulations, Nancy. Our next award is second place overall, and this artist receives a $400 cash prize, and the award goes to Lisa Eggley for A Moment of Clarity. Congratulations, Lisa. This is what Jill had to say about your painting. Such an exemplary example of design serving concept. The high horizon line embellishes the sense of height in the falls, juxtaposed to the sheer force and energy of the plummeting water, the prime motif. A secondary narrative of an evening sky adds a sense of calm, and then the genius of almost half the canvas being devoted to water spray, which both completes the story, but also provides a visual rest area. It is so beautifully balanced between these three areas of information. Masterful management. Congratulations, Lisa. And our final award for this evening is first place overall. This artist receives a $600 cash prize, and the award goes to Seth Tummins for Do Not Go Gentle. Congratulations, Seth. Jill said, artists have the power to make us see the world differently, to pay attention. I would never have imagined that an irrigator could provide such a poetic motif. Sometimes it is the idea that elevates a winner from a portfolio of very accomplished and pleasing paintings. This beautifully nuanced and harmonious piece stopped me in my tracks, the idea and the execution. There is so much to see here. The sunset colors depicted not just once, but again in refracted form in the spray of water. The ghosts of receding water sprays creating vertical rhythms as they drift left to right. It does what a great painting should do, which is to conjure up real emotions. I held my breath, exhaled, and then stayed for a very long time. Congratulations, Seth. Congratulations to everyone, to all of our award winners, and thank you so much to Jill, our judge for February, for taking the time to go through all of these wonderful paintings. And I thank you all so much for watching tonight. And don't forget that tonight is actually the last chance, not only for the March competition with our judge, Lori Putnam. She is actually a previous PleinAir Salon Grand Prize winner. But also, it is the last chance for you to enter the 14th annual competition. So the way that the salon works is April 1st through March 31st of the next year. That is our full year of PleinAir Salon, and all of the winners from those 12 months get entered into the annual competition. So as soon as March ends and the awards are selected, we are then going to have judges look at all of the award winners for the past year, and they are going to select our annual awards, and those are going to be announced on May 19th live at the PleinAir Convention in Reno, Nevada. So it's a super fun experience, and I hope I get to meet a lot of my PleinAir Salon winners from the last year there. And thank you all so much again for watching, and don't forget to enter the PleinAir Salon. I will see you guys next time.